All right, guys. So just quickly hopping on to conceptual learning of conditional formatting. I'll take you through the conditional formatting piece with a brand new Excel. So I'll just create a copy of it. Right? No data set required. Just first understand what the concepts are. Okay. This is a blank Excel for me. Okay. I'll show you the conditional formatting rules first, and then we'll take you through the correct application of it. Right? Okay. Let's drop to the first menu first. Okay, we have highlight cell rules, and there are numerous rules which are defined here. And that's how all the menus work. This is the top menu, and then we have the different rules which are identified in each one of them. In highlight cell rules, we have greater than, less than, between, equal to, text that contains, and we can even define our old rules using more rules. Okay, let's select cell A1, and we have cell value of greater than, I'll just numerate mention 5. And in format set, I'll just highlight it as yellow. Okay, I'll highlight it black and yellow. Okay, that's the formatting that I want. So if the cell value is greater than 5, it will give me this format. Okay, look, let me type 3. No formatting done, right? Let me type 6. Automatically gives me the format. That's the basis of it. And I'm pretty sure that most of us here would be aware of this basic, but I just wanted to refresh it for everyone. Right? Now we go to, and all of these work in the same way, right? Duplicate values will easily give you the duplicate values in a range of cells. I can open the data set as well, any data set. Yeah, this is what I have. I'll just show you the application of it. So if I go home and I select duplicate values, of course there will be duplicate values. Only Smith has been occurring once and Howard has been occurring once. Remaining all of them are repeated. They have made more than one sale. Howard and Smith have made only one sale. Yeah. Coming on to the next one, guys. We have the top and bottom rules, right? Top 10 items, bottom 10 items. Let's select what we can do with them. Okay. I have this cell with me. I have this data sheet with me. And what if I select the units and I highlight the bottom 10 items? So these are the bottom 10 items. How you can use these tricks, guys? You can invite comments from the respective sales representative as to why these sales were less than the required threshold, which may be 60 or maybe 70, whatever your threshold is in the company. Right? You can invite those comments here that these are the bottom 10 items. Give me the comments. That's how you can use them. Okay, now coming to the interesting representative bits, which we will even combine with the dashboard. Right, these are gradient fills, for example, data bars. We have color scales to show red, yellow, green. We have icon sets to show the arrows. I'll show you the application of it now. Okay, so the rules can be created as per your own whims and fancies. Okay, what I'll do is I'll create a pivot right away in the same sheet, and I'll select representative. I'll select item. I'll select unit sold. Okay, and of course I'll fill in them as 0. This trick we learned yesterday. and this gives a better picture to me now. Now, what if I want a specific chart to show me, a specific conditional formatting to show me which one is a star performer, how much sales he has made, and all of this can be amended as per your own whims and fancies. Okay, just remember to select the correct cell. Right, conditional formatting with respect to Andrews will show the different picture, and with respect to the entire data set will show a different picture. Right, and it all depends on what rules you configure. So let me just select this one, and I go to Home, Conditional Formatting, Color Scales, and I go to More Rules. Okay, I want a 3-color scale. Right, it's giving me a percentile. Let's take percent. Lowest value will be highlighted as deep red. Midpoint will be the 50% value, which will be highlighted by bright yellow, and highest would be deep green. Okay, that's how it is shown. There is nothing at the mid value, and hence there is no yellow item here. Does that look helpful to represent your data well? I'll show you another example of data representation with stars. Right, icon sets. Let me go to the stars one. Okay, I have the stars laid out here. How I can configure them is, right, so this is the one that I'm looking for, right? It will show me all the rules which are embedded. So it's showing me of column K to O, and it's also showing me of column K14 to O14. Right, that's how you can see what all conditional formattings are also applied. Now, if I want to edit this formula, I'm going to double click it, or there was a button of edit rules as well. Right, here I am, and here I can configure what values to show. I can select the number here. Right, so full value when the number is greater than or equal to 100. Half star if the number is greater than or equal to 50, and no star if it's less than 0. Right? Do you see this? Now I'll just show you a difference of it. Let me go to Sorvino, and I'll just amend the raw data. Right. I think it's binder, so I'll say binder as 0. Binder is 10. And here also binder is 10. Now I've made binders 20. I'm going to refresh the Excel. Right, for Sorvino, now you see it's only 20. Right, what if I make the Sorvino binders? I make it at 60. Okay, I refresh the data again. Now it's showing me half a star because it's above 50. That's the rule that I configured. Similarly, I have these arrow annotations which I can use, and I can configure them accordingly. These are all representations of data which help analyze whether the data has gone well or gone down. And the real application for it would be if we have the data on a monthly basis. Here, I'll show you another piece of it. Okay, raw data. This is for multiple years, right? Now, what if I create a pivot with this one? Right, I select the order date here, I select the items here, I select the total sales here. Right? Yeah, so you are a financial analyst or a marketing manager in your company, and you want to invite questions from the sales team as to why the sales of a particular item has gone down. So firstly, you'll have to analyze it as to what the sales is, right? What the sales trend is. So these are 5 years of data of total sales. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the arrowheads here. Right? And if you want to see the rules of it, I'll show you the rules. So above 67%, it's giving me green. Right? it's relative to the entire data. Okay. So above 67%, it's giving me green. Above 33 to 67, it's giving me yellow, and below 33%, it's giving me red. Okay, and that's the trend of how the data has worked on a yearly basis. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll say apply, I'll say okay, and just be cautious of that, guys. I'll have to apply it for each of the rows separately. I cannot just select this entire piece and apply that information set. The reason being, it will then be calculated in reference to all of the values. And that's where we usually make mistakes.
Thanks for watching, guys. Check out the description for further details about our Facebook page, our website, and don't forget to share this useful content with your friends and family. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Yuja Mascot Consultancy Hub. If you want to become the part of our WhatsApp group, please mail us on the email ID mentioned in the description. Thanks everyone. Until next time.